back, the ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Runs for the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. That's caught. It's Taylor. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Dampier. Now adjusting. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Dogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard games just because of the body blow effect.
And the Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's going to run it, fighting off the defender.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Pulls it in, and his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. And to get rid of it quickly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit. And it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. With the catch, it's Hubbard. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Boy, the defense clamped down on that 3rd down completion and didn't allow him to get forward at all.
You're right, Reese. It looked like they were anticipating a quick throw, and you saw everybody so alert, and they were able to rally to the ball.
Moving away from pressure. Fires to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Buys a little time with his feet. On the move, he fires. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. Now this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. Rushes on him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Now I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this.
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would just rough the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about it.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick six. Now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Clark. Tackle was made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down.
Get set.
Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Gamecocks. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Sellers. Bringing the heat. Fires on the move. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Late in the year, this guy is square in the middle of the Heisman Trophy discussion because of his performance. He throws a nice completion there for a first down, but it's been week in, week out. Big moments. He's led this team to a ton of wins. He is their best player.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
He makes a grab. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. He'll throw on third down. They will score! Touchdown Gamecocks! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip in the secondary and make that big play.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. As the Rooster throws, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Converts on fourth down, still going. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Completes it in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver in the middle of the field.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down. The what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Back to pass. It's Dampier. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. leaves it with the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Offense gets set for second down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. Good, solid tackle.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a first down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes against this defense. So, guys, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gonna let it fly. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
And he's going to bring this one out. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Grove. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jacobs. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Makes a grab on the shot. He's showing it all the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to buy time. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To throw, it's Dampier. Oh, they're after him! And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A little screen to the running back. Still on his feet at the 25. Turning on the Jets. They get him out of bounds, but not before he's crossed midfield and gets it all the way to the 44-yard line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulldogs will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Grove. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
You're going to be a quarterback in the Heisman race. You've got to win games, and you've got to put up big numbers, and that's exactly what this guy has done all season long. Top 10 in the nation in passing yardage, and he's the biggest reason why they've been winning.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And the Gamecocks are flying down the field. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Keeps looking downfield. Uncorks one to the middle. And it's caught inside the 20.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Powers forward. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Third and goal for the offense. Going for 6. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Fit it in the window for the score. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Under fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense.
Oh, it's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch.
Brings him to the open. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Dogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina offense is back on the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Handoff from the gun. On the move at the 30. There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Going for it all. Touchdown, South Carolina! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
And I get it. At this point in the 2nd half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal.
just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. Finds his man. It's Humphries. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
He's brought in near the 49-yard line. And
that's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Brown has it. Hard running there. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.